Greetings everyone and welcome to my channel. I hope today finds you doing awesome. I'm Lady Starfire and today I'm here to bring you some more witchy tips. Today I want to talk to you about following your path and learning and growing and all of this and the people that stand in your way. As you're trying to find your path, follow your path, do your studies, different things, there's always going to be people that try to stand in the way of that, okay? Whether it's a spouse or a parent, a best friend, whoever that isn't on the same path as you, they're going to make wisecracks about, oh, you're going to go do some of that stuff again, or like my ex-husband's big thing was, it was snowing one time. It's going to go, better hold down your little frock. You're going to have snow blowing up it. And I'm like, yeah, right, really, whatever. It's just silliness. Or they'll, come up with things for you to do to stop you from being able to go to circle or have circle or, whatever it is that you're trying to do or study. So you have to decide for yourself how important your path is to you. Okay. You either have to remove yourself or these people from your life, or you simply have to tell them, this is who I am, and this is what I'm going to do. And I would really appreciate it if you didn't make fun of it. If they go to church or whatever, then say, I don't make fun of you, and say, silly things, rude, hateful things or whatever, just tell them, this is my life. This is my spiritual path. And this is what I'm going to do. Okay. If you allow them to get in the way, then what that shows your teachers, your gods and goddesses, your, whoever you're working with, that it's not that important to you. Okay. So you really want to work on surrounding yourself with people of like mind. When I did my basically soulmate spell over 16 years ago, the number one thing that I put on there that was a deal breaker is they had to be pagan too. Because I was tired of these people that were okay with it, because they're never okay with it. All right. So, they always find a way to stand in the way. They get in the way of your lessons, your growth, your studying, following your path, doing what you do. Okay. So, when you decide to follow this path, you have to kind of look around, and go, okay, so this friend is always putting me down, so maybe they don't need to be my friend. This one over here is always like, yeah, come on, let's learn some more. Okay, this one's probably going to be a good friend. All right. So it's just one of those things that you need to figure out how important it is for you. I had a person in one of my classes, and actually used to be part of my coven, and the husband she had at the time, basically told her she could do anything but be a witch. Yeah, well, notice it's an ex-husband. But, the only place in her house that she could practice her circle and do her different things was in her attic. And it was one of these kind of attics, okay? And so, her circles were like this, as she's going around, and just turning in place. But it was important enough to her to find a way to make it work. Okay, so it's all about, what do you want? What do you want out of your path? Okay, whatever your path is, whether it's just spiritual, whether it's Wicca or Druid or Norse or Egyptian or whatever it is, okay? How important is it to you? And that's the number one thing you have to ask yourself. Is this something that you're just curious about? Is it something that it's like the end thing? Or is it something you're truly drawn to? Because this is a way of life, okay? This isn't something that we do on Sunday morning, Sunday night, Wednesday night, and Tuesday study or whatever, okay? This is every single day of your life. Okay, from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed, and probably while you're sleeping. Okay, I mean, it's just simply, it's a way of life. All right, the Wicca and the Druid and Norse and all that stuff, those are religions under paganism. Okay, but to be pagan itself is a way of life. It's respecting nature and all living things. Okay, respecting the earth, not, polluting, not throwing your cigarette butt out the window and whatever, your trash and stuff. It's all about honoring what we have, honoring, the gods and goddesses and Mother Earth and Father Sky and whatever, okay? Whatever names you give to them, okay? It's about honoring that and thanking them for giving us all of this. Thanking them for allowing us to know who they are, because our gods and goddesses are tangible, okay? There's very few people that can honestly say within the Christian religion that God said anything or Jesus said anything. Now, I've had people say, well, God told me. Most of them, they just go by what the preacher says or whatever they feel at the time. But our gods and goddesses can be invoked. And faces change, voices change, all sorts of things happen, and they're tangible. They exist. And so it's an awesome thing. So you have to decide, though, what is best for you, what's right for you, and where do you want your life to be? So if you're young enough that you don't have a spouse yet, you might want to make that, a non-negotiable. I promise you, it's so much easier and better to be worshiping the same with somebody than to be fighting against it forever. Okay? So work on that one. But ask yourself, how important is this to me? Are you coming up with excuses to not do your classwork or your studies and whatever? Oh, well, I'm too tired today. And, my favorite show's on TV. And all the reasons that, you're not doing your studies. All that says is that it's not important to you. Maybe it's just not the right time. Okay? So think about that, because when you dedicate yourself, you're dedicated. Okay? So make sure it's what you truly, truly want and that it's right for you. Now, there is nothing wrong with learning some, looking into it, talking to some people, and then deciding, I just don't think this is right for me. Okay, no harm, no foul. But if you commit and you say, yes, this is what I want, and I've dedicated myself, but then you come up with all these excuses to not do the work, okay? That's when it's not okay. So think about it, look into it, and really decide. Pay attention to the people around you who is supportive of what you do and who's always trying to stand in the way, or are you standing in the way of learning your own path? Just some questions to ask yourself, okay? Anyway, little short, sweet, to the point, and I hope this, helps you in making choices in your life. And you can use this with everything, always, of things that you're thinking about doing or whatever. Make sure it's what you really want, okay? And while you're at it, do me a favor, click all those buttons, leave me a comment, okay? And I'll remind you again, leave me some ideas on videos if you want me to do more videos, okay? That's up to y'all, Okay, so I do them for you to learn. So if there's something that you want a topic on, pop it down there and let me know. Okay, so anyway, thank you everyone for being here and supporting my channel. I appreciate it. And just remember, I love you all, and I hope you all have a wonderful and blessed day, blessed week, blessed month, and hope everything goes great in your life. Till the next time, bless and peace.